We acknowledge that we are on ancestral lands of the Nuwu, Southern Paiute people. We acknowledge the indigenous people of the lands where we stand now and recognize that these have always been places of holy ground. I wish to pay respect to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and acknowledge the important role the Nuwu, Southern Paiute people continue to play within the Las Vegas community. I'd now like to read something from Wild Mercy by Mirabai Starr. It's called the Prayer to the Shekinah. The Shekinah is known in Judaism as the divine presence. O Shekinah, yours is the feminine face of the holy, the luminous moon who lights up the night. As we travel from captivity to liberation, the pillar of fire who guides our way home, the cloud hovering over the mountain peaks, living sign that the drought is over. You are the indwelling presence of the divine. Whenever we gather to praise the one, you are here in our midst. When we cry out for justice, you make our hearts tender. When we stand with those on the margins, you make our legs strong. When we create works of art and parent our children and harvest our gardens, you guide and sustain us. You are the Sabbath bride, the beloved, returned from exile. You restore balance in our relationships and wholeness to our fragmented souls. You infuse our lovemaking with honey. You fill the cup of our hearts, which tremble with longing, with the wine of your answering love. You are the song of our homecoming. You are the Sabbath queen, the great mother, who sits at the heart of the table, tearing off hunks of the secret bread that contains the exact flavor each of us loves best. You feed us all, the proud and the repentant, the believer and the skeptic, from your own hands. Your unconditional forgiveness dissolves otherness. O Shekinah, we are the vessel for your inflowing. Your radiance requires the clay of our embodiment. Your flame burns at the core of the earth. Your warmth penetrates the seedbed and animates the seedlings. You bless the head of every animal and kiss the tear-streaked face of humanity. You are the vision that builds community, and you are our refuge when the fabric of community unravels. Be with us now as we navigate this landscape of mystery, where your most cherished attributes, wild mercy and boundless compassion, righteousness and wisdom, seem to be cast aside and trampled by imperious world powers, and we are paralyzed by helplessness. Help us. May we remember you and lift you up. May we recognize your face and celebrate your beauty in everything and everyone, everywhere, always. Just take a moment and just breathe that in. Namaste. Thank you, Reverend Stacy. Beautiful. Good morning, everybody. Hope you brought your singing shoes. Well, I don't want to say dancing shoes. Not everybody wants to dance. Open your mind. lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, 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 down. Lay it down, lay it down, oh, lay it down. Beautiful song by Gary Lynn and Floyd. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. Yes. I hold you in my heart always. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are my family. You are the face of God. If it's comfortable for you, please, Laura, close your eyes as I speak in the first person, as we are one in spirit. God is peace, love, joy, beauty. And I delight that I am one with this beautiful presence that I call God. I know that today's service is exactly what I need to hear. I know that each and every person within the sound of my voice receives the love in which it is delivered from. I know that each and every person in these seats, literally and virtually, are here to celebrate who and what they are, just as I am. I know that today's service is filled with joy, filled with some laughter also. Laughter is very healing. I know that the message today reaches far beyond these walls, reaches each and every heart as it flows from the love that it is. I am grateful. I am grateful for Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living. I am grateful to our Ministry of Prayer team that not only holds up the center, but holds me up in prayer. I am grateful for our sound team, our technical team, for Julius, the professional photographer that he is, for our musical director, Patty Powerhouse, and for her sidekick and wonderful pianist, Dave. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for all that takes place as I remember to look,
in and through each and every situation for that gratitude. I release this prayer and my word delightfully and joyfully to that law of mind in action, knowing that it has already been acted upon, as I have stated. I release, I let go, and I let it be so. And together, let's say, and so it is.
Rev, how beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for the powerhouse. I know all of us don't always want to get up and dance, so that's cool. That's fun. I was asked by someone a little while ago, maybe we should change the lyrics a little bit, so let's see how it goes. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Let's do it again. Yeah, yeah. Everybody, you can dance in your seat high. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, you can dance in your seat. Okay. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yes. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded about who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. What? One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. I feel a bridge. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded about who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, 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 yeah, sound great. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, give it to me. Hey, 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 yeah. Oh,
Well, while you're standing or in your seat, if you would please say with me, if it's comfortable for you, God bless America and the rest of the world. And we're still just giving ourselves a little hug. I'm not going to make you go outside or anything. Hug each other. All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much for being here. Who is here for the first time? I know, she's giggling. It's so cute. Our ushers have a gift for you. What's your name? Lori. Hi, welcome, Lori. Thank you for being here. Loli. Oh, that's even better.
I love that.
I love that name. Anyone else? I see faces that I haven't seen in a while. welcome back. Awesome. Thank you so much. Please sign our guest book in the Grand Hall if you get a chance, okay? Thank you so much.
I just want to say to Patty, thank you for the change of the words. I had thought about that before, and I'm like, that's not really inclusive. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, they can pretend they're standing on their
Well,
feet.
you know, we're about inclusivity, and I appreciate that.
And we could talk about this, right? But it's really not literal. Like, I hope some people take it literal, and that's cool. But and like you said, to be more inclusive. So
Absolutely.
I just thought I'd throw it.
I know those people are home or laying on, or sitting on their bed or laying on the
You all get up off your feet. Yeah, just put on clothes.
Oh my goodness. You know, I just had a couple of things to announce today. I know Kitty has some announcements later on today, but you know, we have our 20th year, or is it 19th? Our 19th year of Casa Angel Tree. This is the first year that we did not get names. So they do have a list on Amazon Prime of toys. Bring a toy. You don't just bring a toy to put in that box because they're picking them up in the week after next. So that's what I have to say about that. Also, we had a wonderful little, what we call a New Thought brunch. We invited a few of our current New Thought ministers, including Unity, to have lunch with us on Thursday. And there is the Unity of... Huh?
Unity and Agape.
Oh, yeah,
ministers.
Unity and Agape ministers. Yeah, and Southern Nevada minister. And we had their Unity of Las Vegas is having a concert. Now, you remember Rochelle Roll and John Jones were here jamming with Patty Powers. So their concert is the 10th at 6 p.m. And I'll put more information on the e-bulletin. And the tickets are $15 in advance and $20 at the door.
And I'm playing with them.
I know.
Oh!
You didn't tell us, but they
And
told
the
us.
Powerhouse, yeah.
And Powerhouse will be there, of course, of course. So we're looking forward to that and many other things as you'll be, I can't tell you right now, but you'll be surprised.
Oh, just tell them, just tell
No,
them.
I'm not going to tell them. No, I can't tell them right now. It's not, no. Give them something to look forward to.
Come see me.
Yeah, Stacy tells everything. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you, okay?
We love you.
And we love you more. If that's possible, I love saying that. Just to trump you. I love you more. No. So this honestly is one of my, I say it all the time, one of my favorite songs to sing. And Reverend Stacy requested this. And I really appreciate it because it means so much. The words that Alanis Morissette put together for this song are incredible. I hope you enjoy it. I know you. How about getting off of these antibiotics? How about stopping eating when I'm full up? How about them transparent dangling carrots? How about that ever elusive kudo? Thank you, India. Thank you, Providence. eyes out. How about not equating death with stopping? Thank you, India. Thank you, Providence. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, clarity. Thank you, consequence. Thank you, silence. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 no, no. Oh, no, no.
Thank you, Powerhouse.
Thank you so much. And that is more stuff. Thank you.
I am good buffalo eagle. Hear my words. The Creator gave all two-legged beings a sacred gift. We call this the gift of choice. Regardless of where we are born, all come to earth with this gift. Along with this gift of choice, all two-legged beings have a sense of knowing right from wrong, from the one who stands within. Therefore, the gift of choice allows us to choose knowingly. My Pauline, the woman of my heart, states that in her Navajo language, life is a walking, a journey. So if life upon Mother Earth is a journey, there are two ways to walk. By applying the gift of choice, we can choose to walk forward or we can choose to walk backwards. Because we choose knowingly, with every step we take forward or backward, we are accountable. Because we are accountable, there are consequences. Consequences, however, are not chosen. They might be delayed, but by and by, they will come. Forward-walking choices are rewarded with consequences that light the way to peace, happiness, joy, comfort, knowledge, and wisdom. Backward-walking choices bring the two-legged beings consequences of misery, despair, and darkness. At the end of our lives, when our bodies are about to be laid in Mother Earth, we will know for ourselves whether we are a two-legged being full of light or a two-legged being full of darkness. At that time, we cannot turn around and point a finger accusingly in the air. We will know because we are the ones who chose to walk forward toward the light or backwards toward darkness. Hear my words. Don't believe the dark whisperings that invite you to walk backwards. At any time in your life, you have the power to turn forward. We extend an invitation to all to utilize the power of the gift of choice, which will teach us the forward walkings that will bring peace. Let's look at the present and with anticipation into the future at what we can become. A two-legged being full of light. I am good buffalo eagle, and I have spoken.
This Native American Heritage Month. And I don't think we've celebrated that before. And because I'm choosing to walk forward, we're celebrating it. Not because I just hadn't thought of it, I guess, perhaps, or wasn't paying attention, or I don't know. But we will be celebrating it from now on because I think it's a beautiful heritage and it's much ignored. Since 1970, Indigenous people and their allies have gathered at noon on Coles Hill in Plymouth to commemorate a national day of mourning on the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday. Many Native people do not celebrate the arrival of the Pilgrims and other European settlers. Thanksgiving Day is a reminder of the genocide of millions of Native people, the theft of Native lands, and the erasure of Native cultures. Participants in National Day of Mourning honor Indigenous ancestors and Native resilience. It is a day of remembrance and spiritual connection, as well as a protest against the racism and oppression that Indigenous people continue to experience worldwide. Now, I don't tell you that to damper or put allow you to have a heavy heart. I tell you that because I wasn't aware of it. I tell you that because I often tell you that my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. And in case of someone sitting out there and saying, hey, wait a minute, do you know what this day also represents? And since I declare myself as being inclusive, I include the awareness of this as well. Now, I don't go into the whole that's the pilgrims and all of that. That's not why Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and it's still my favorite holiday. I love Thanksgiving because it's about being grateful for the good and the bad, the consequences that I have of my actions, for family, for friends, for this center, for all of it, because it makes my experience who I am. And so I'm sure that that's what most of us know and believe, and that's why we celebrate. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about that other side. That other side. You know, when I think of all of the shoulders I stand on that came before me, that allowed me to be in this space as a minister, practitioner of the science of mind, I am awestruck. I have, the talk title today is Gratitude Beyond Gifts. And there are no gifts necessarily that I can give those who have passed on, whose shoulders I stand upon, except being the beneficial presence that I am, that I choose to be on a good day. On a good day. So do your own research about the National Day of Mourning, if you choose to, and still celebrate Thanksgiving in the way that you choose to. Stay open. Learn the history of what's really gone on in this beautiful nation that we have. Because if we're going to move forward in light, there's some things that have to shift. It's not beautiful, and it has not been beautiful for everybody always. And together, we can see it shift. We can do it. We do it here. We do it here. I was grateful for the idea of just doing my research and expanding my consciousness so that I can stand on that higher plane of awareness. Gratitude beyond gifts. I think about Native Americans and the rich and deep gifts that they have given. Now, certainly they have sacrificed their land, right? That's why I did the land acknowledgement today. We can't, and I don't think that that's going to happen where I don't know that. I won't say what was about to come out of my mouth. But I'm going to suggest that we actually look at how we can support us all moving forward together as a nation and as people. When I think about Native Americans, I think of who they are, and they have a deep sense of oneness with all life. They have ancestral wisdom that they practice and that they teach. They have a deep spirituality and connection with allness. They honor. They have pride in their heritage. They do their best not to assimilate to what the collective consciousness is. They have respect for all life, and there's a humility and a deep resounding of peace no matter what has transpired. That's the gifts that I can take on and be respectful and pass them back along to my fellow Native Americans, brothers and sisters. We can all do that. Take the good that you have and that you see and make more good from it. I thought about some of my people that have passed on and that I'm not able to necessarily give gratitude, give much beyond gratitude. Certainly I can't give them gifts, except again my beneficial presence. I can shine like the sun. I can be the light that I am. That's the gift I can give. The gift of who I am and who I've come here to be. That's what I can give. That's my work. And on a good day, as I said, I'm good. And on a not so good day, I'm not so good. Not so good. Now, the Declaration of Independence states that we all have the God-given right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we haven't, our Native American brothers and sisters haven't, they weren't allowed that. They weren't allowed that. I thought that some of the shoulders that as I thought about some of the shoulders that I stood upon, I thought when I maybe was not so nice to grandparents that provided me not only so many gifts, as far as education-wise, and just their wisdom and who they were, and they taught me honor and respect. They also gave me a teaching that I'm using right here and right now that changes hearts and changes lives. Not just my life, but probably most of you out there. And so I'm grateful for that. Maybe there's something that you need to say on this Thanksgiving coming up to those that have passed on before you that you haven't thought about. Maybe that could be a new ritual. Maybe you could just say thank you to those Native Americans that have given up so much. Just a moment of prayer. You don't have to be in somber. This is not meant to be sadness. It's just meant to give you factual information about what has transpired and how we might shift from here on out. So please don't take it any other way. I don't let anybody steal my joy if I can help it. So I'm not here to steal your joy in telling you what this National Day of Mourning means. It's just to give you some facts, some factual information. So how could we repay this beautiful culture? What about learning what their history is and honoring them? What about being humbled by the sun, the moon, and the stars? What about acquainting myself with some of their spiritual practices that kept them deeply rooted to the God of their being in all of the chaos and turmoil that they've gone through? What about staying connected to all of life? How about being that beneficial presence that respects the very land that we stand upon? What about honoring nature and realizing that we are one people, not just in here, but out there too? No matter if you don't like them, you still love them because they are you and you are them. We're all come from the same God source, infinite intelligence. I don't have to like you to love you. I can leave you alone. I can leave you alone. And quite often that's the choice that we have to make. don't we? I love you, I bless you, and I'm going to keep it moving. What about simply being grateful for all of it? Patty sang a beautiful song from Alanis Morissette. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, consequence. There is no God in the sky that has given us all of the stuff that we're seeing that is not positive right now. We've created it. I say it all the time. If we created it, we can uncreate it. We can uncreate it by being grateful and practicing the love that we are. And realizing, again, I'm not my brother's keeper. I'm not my sister's keeper, but I am my brother and my sister. Those are the things that I'm willing to commit to doing this Thanksgiving. Those are the same things I commit to doing and saying and feeling for those shoulders that I stand upon. Not only my relatives who've done so much, the teachers that have come before me, Reverend Cynthia, who gave us this beautiful center, who started it, founded it. I didn't agree with everything Reverend Cynthia said or did. I love her. And I am so grateful for what she has given. And it's still giving. Still giving. There's a Dakota Indian proverb which says, we will be known by the tracks we leave. I love you all. May your celebration this Thursday be a day that you choose laughter, love, and celebration of friendship and family, past, present, and future. And so it is.
I'm grateful for you, Reverend Stacy. Oh, and that song you chose. Thank you, Patty. Woo! It's a good day. You're creating a world that works for all, I'm saying. I'm grateful for the gift of each and every one of you sitting here today and out there as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that video. Woo. It reminds me of why I love the first class that I ever took here with Reverend Cynthia. It's called The Power of Decision. And I wanted to start the 30th. And what I know about choice is it requires you to make a decision first. Because once you make a decision, the choice is easy. The choice is easy after that. So I invite you all to, not all of you, but some of you could take it, no. But you're invited, absolutely. I'm going to read you a poem by Joy Harjo. In her memoir, Crazy Brave, she was named the U.S. Poet Laureate in 2019, and she's a writer for the Muskogee Creek Nation. All right, hold on. I think I wrote the page number, 28. There we go. Just think about it. And Stacy told me this was Native American Heritage Month. I picked this book up. Just think about these words. She was actually, in the book, she was talking about having a dream of her birth, and this came up. In a world long before this one, there was enough for everyone until someone got out of line. We heard it was Rabbit, fooling around with clay and the wind. Everyone was tired of his tricks and no one would play with him. He was lonely in this world, so Rabbit thought to make a person. And when he blew into the mouth of that crude figure to see what would happen, the clay man stood up. Rabbit showed the clay man how to steal a chicken. The clay man obeyed. Then Rabbit showed him how to steal corn. The clay man obeyed. Rabbit felt important and powerful. The clay man felt important and powerful. And once that clay man started, he could not stop. Once he took that chicken, he wanted all the chickens. Once he took that corn, he wanted all the corn. Once he took that wife, he wanted all the wives. He was insatiable. Then he had a taste of gold, and he wanted all the gold. Then it was land and everything else he saw. His wanting only made him want more. Soon it was countries. Then it was trade. The wanting infected the earth. We lost track of the purpose and the reason for life. We began to forget our songs. We forgot our stories. We could no longer see or hear our ancestors or talk with each other across the kitchen table. Now Rabbit couldn't find a drink of fresh water. The forests were being mowed down all over the world. The earth was being destroyed to make more. And Rabbit had no place to play. Rabbit's trick had backfired. Rabbit tried to call the clay man back, but when the clay man wouldn't listen, Rabbit realized he'd made a clay man with no ears. Wow. A clay man with no ears. Kind of hard to hear when you don't have any ears, right? She believes that all stories connect us. And this was just, actually the first thing I read was that poem, and I got it. I hope you got it too. How many of you say grace before a meal? Every meal. She does. I do. Not every meal though, because sometimes I'm hungry. But that's just one opportunity, to have that attitude of gratitude. I know Thanksgiving is coming up this week, and that for some of us that is, as Reverend Stacy reminded us, it's not a day of celebration or of Thanksgiving, but it is also another opportunity to have an attitude of gratitude. Have you ever stood in line at the grocery store, any store for that matter, even Starbucks, and thought about what it took for you to, first of all, be standing there, but the growers, the folks that harvested and transported and designed and created and produced and packaged the countless people and the machines, and who made the machines? Who created the machines? Who designed it? Who thought of the machines that make our world go so much, either make, for some complicated our world, but for others made it much more easy. I think I could go on. Not to mention the earth's resources that the store is full of. Any store, every store. Yes, there is so much to be grateful for. It's an endless chain. I think you could spend a good long time thinking about it if you wanted to. Ernest Holmes says in the Science of Mind textbook, Ernest Holmes is the founder of Science of Mind, gratitude is one of the chief graces of human existence, and is crowned in heaven with the consciousness of unity. being grateful for everything and knowing that all the experiences and the people and the events and having a stepping stone that leads us to where we are now. I love those words to the song, Patty. Thank you, misery. Thank you. I don't know all the words, but thank you to things that are just not even, you wouldn't even think are things that you would want to be thankful for. It's just absolutely amazing to see how fortunate we are to have so many people supporting us continuously. Every moment of our lives. We are, I can't even tell you how many times a day, just sitting here at the center, that we offer gratitude for what's taking place. We have little timers that go off in our phone, and we say that we're grateful for this moment. How many of you keep a gratitude journal? You don't write in it?
No, I keep it.
You keep it though. Mm-hmm.
It's my intention too.
It's your intention. But the thing, I remember when here at the center we did a little gratitude thingamajiggy, and I started keeping a gratitude journal. And I was at work, and it dawned on me, because the first few days I'm like, okay, how am I going to write 5 things? I couldn't think of 5 things. And so this particular day, I'm sitting there thinking, reminding myself, make sure you look out for things to be grateful for. And it dawned on me, that's why we do it, right? So that's what we're looking for, is those things to be grateful for, not just so you can have 5 things to write down. And so, of course, I pick up the phone, because I just thought I had a revelation or something, and told Stacy this story, and this is why we do it. And she said, duh. Burst my little bubble. I'm like, okay, I'm a little slow. I'm sorry. I'm a little slow. When my mother passed 5 years ago, and we were at her memorial, well, we were all at the house, my brothers, my sisters were all there, my uncles, and she had boxes of gratitude journals. I read them all. I gave my sister 1. I gave my brother 1. I gave them the ones that they were mentioned in the most. But I know Reverend Cynthia started her doing that. And I always wonder what she would do when I would leave the house. Because sometimes I have to come back, because of course I forget something. And she would have left the room and gone into her room. I'm like, what is she doing? As soon as I leave, she runs into her room. But that's what she was doing, keeping her gratitude journal. Neil Donald, if you don't do it, okay? Just try it, okay? And do 3 things. You don't have to do 5. Okay? Is what, I was, trying to be obedient. 5 things, I need 5 things. Anyway, Neil Donald Walsh said that gratitude in advance is the most powerful creative force in the universe. So even when I send an email asking for anything from home office or from management company, I always say thank you in advance. Just in case, because sometimes they don't get back, they don't respond, but I want to thank them anyway. So I always say, I usually put thank you in advance. Not just, also it helps get the thing I want done, right? Because it is the most powerful creative force in the universe. Gratitude places you, now I want to see if anybody know who I'm quoting here, because Gratitude places you in the energy field of plenitude. Michael Beck. Yes. Glow with gratitude. See, I knew you would know. Well, the people who have heard Michael Beckwith speak, some of the words, I don't know if they're real words, but they're his words, which is fine. We understand them. But he says to glow with gratitude and see how awe and joy will make their home in you. Make their home in you. Practice gratitude beyond gifts. That's our talk. That's not just our talk title. It's a real thing. Beyond what you can see in front of you. It takes practice. And I bet you all probably already get it. You're not as slow as I am. Was. Past tense. Just practice unconditional gratitude. I think about it. Something that you went through. It could have been this morning. I had a friend text me. Their husband passed at 1 o'clock in the morning. Her next sentence was, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Do you know what that takes? To be in that place of gratitude when you lose the love of your life? Practice unconditional gratitude, knowing that we live in a whole and integrated, benevolent universe, which is not working to us, but working for us. There's not one of you that can't think of something that you went through that was, at the time, it was the most horrible thing in your mind. The most horrible thing that you cannot look at right now and have gratitude for it. If you can, let's talk later. If you can't, if there is something in you where you must still be in it if you feel that way. On a Zoom call the other day with someone I didn't necessarily want to be on the Zoom call with because, that's another 10 minutes out of my life that, I'll never get back. However, and it was actually 40 minutes, but I resisted that, but I was so grateful at the end because then they explained to me the gratitude they have for the center and for myself and Stacy just being who we are. And it wasn't that kind of call. It was just I wouldn't even tell you. They were telling me something. But at the end, they were just talking about how this center got them through what they thought was the worst time in their lives. The worst thing. I happen to know what it is, but it doesn't matter what it was. In their minds, it was the worst time in their lives. And they spent 10 weeks doing foundations. And they still remember that time. Our level of consciousness manifests whatever we are experiencing. Our beliefs determine whether we are suffering or thriving. It is done unto you as you believe. Now, I don't know many Bible verses. I know a couple. 4 or 5, actually. But I want you to remember that. I want you to do a gratitude journal. I want you to think about a time when something was going on that you never thought you'd walk through unscathed. and have gratitude for it right here and right now. I want you to repeat after me. I am grateful
I am grateful
for everything I am,
for everything I am,
do,
have,
have. Let's do it one more time. I am grateful for everything I am, for everything I do,
for everything I do,
and everything I have.
everything I have.
And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you for being here. Love you.
Can I ask Patty, before you do this, can I ask the practitioners to gather around? We have a new practitioner, actually, and we'd like us to do a chamber prayer. Our new practitioner is Jamie Jenny, and her husband Bob is here. And we're just going to do a chamber prayer. We're just going to surround the person that we're speaking about, that Reverend Cheryl was just speaking about in prayer right now. The practitioners just gather around and circle up. And let's just do what we do. Knowing and believing in that one power, that one presence, that one power, that one presence, and that one life, that which is indestructible, changeless, that which is love, joy, peace, power, light, and joy itself, and life itself. I know that I am one with that presence, and I am one with each and every person that can hear the sound of my voice, and those that cannot hear the sound of my voice. I know that I am here to be the divine expression that is mine to be. I know that I am the best version of myself as I speak into this right here and right there. So what I'm knowing right here in my heart, this beautiful holiday season, is that it is good and very good. I am thankful. I am honoring all of my ancestors. I'm knowing that there is a presence beyond that takes care of all things to make, and all things are because of that presence. I surround my beloved, my friend, my colleague, that which is hurting right here and right now, knowing that there is peace and joy and love beyond this very moment. I'm grateful. I am grateful for this teaching that reminds me that there is no death, there is no sin, there is no sickness, there's only life itself, and it's good and very good. And so I just say thank you. I release this to that powerful law which says thank you. I release, I let go, and let it be. And so it is. And so it is. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Reverends. We're incredible today. Thank you for all you do and how you support us all. Truly appreciate that. And here's another one of my favorites. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just to live love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that
A lot of it. A lot of it. This is our time we call giving and receiving. That's a lot of circulation. I'm grateful for each and every gift and each and every tithe that each of you bring to the center, as it is what keeps us going. It's what allows us to do this every week and everything we do. If you're comfortable, please, and you can see the affirmation on the screen, please say it with us as you hold your gift in your hand. As we are just not passing a basket, but we are leaving. There is a basket in the back of the room for your gifts and tithes. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And I'm grateful for all the gifts of everyone here, monetary and otherwise. I know that each and every person within the sound of my voice remembers and knows that I am grateful for each and every one of them, as they are grateful for each other and for themselves as well. It's a grand day in the mind of God, and for real at LVCSL. And so it is.
Today we have our wonderful Lauren Ballardini here to have our voter checkup clinic. And I was the first one to get in on that today because I changed my address in December last year, and I remembered, gee, I better do this. So she's going to be here after service, so think about that. If you've changed an address or anything that might be different, see Lauren. She'll be in the Grand Hall after service. Our foster kinship family 8th annual Thanksgiving drive is still on, and this is the last day you'll have a chance to give if you'd like to give a gift certificate. $50 will complete the box, $15 would give a turkey, and we're accepting gift cards anywhere from $25 to $65 too. So I'm guessing, where do we put those when we've got them? In the basket. Put it in the basket. Thank you. LVCSL Remembrance Day is next Sunday, where we're remembering any friend or family member that may have passed in 2021 or 21. And so just all you need to do is just submit a picture with a couple of sentences that let us know a little bit about that person. And we will be celebrating their life next Sunday. Our fabulous Julius Brown is going to be taking our holiday Christmas season kit Christmas pictures next Sunday. And he's had such a great response, we're also doing it the week after, on the 5th. Yes. So look at the happenings table to sign up for that. And he's just charging $20 for this professional portrait. So Everybody, let's get pictures taken.
I think Julius wanted to say something.
Oh, wonderful. Julius, please come up.
Well, that's a special treat.
We are hearing from Julius. Woo, yes.
Yeah, hi. Namaste. Okay, next week we're gonna do portraits in the room right there. It's basically a fundraiser for the church. I brought these, it talks a little bit about how to dress, just to make the picture more professional. So, you know, not just a snapshot, you know, how to coordinate your clothes and so forth. What the $20 is going to include, we're going to do a session. I'll take as many pictures as I need to make you happy. Okay?
Are you sure about that?
Well,
How much time do you have?
in the beginning, it was supposed to have been one day because I really didn't expect a lot of response. But there's a lot of people signed up, and I said we may not want to wait that long, so we're going to do it a second week, and then we'll see how that goes, you know. But what I'm going to do, we're going to do the session. Like I said, take as many pictures, you'll be able to see what we do, and I'm going to give you a CD, which you can make enlargements or as many copies as you want, and also the 4x6s. So you'll have the 4x6 originals plus the CD, and if you want, I can email you the pictures, you know. Otherwise, you know, you'll get the 4x6s and the CDs the following week. But I can email them to you in a day or two. I just want to let you know what the $20 includes. If you want any enlargements, like I said, you can do it on your own, or if you want me to do it, you want me to help you or whatever, we can talk about that. But anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Julius.
That's crazy.
Crazy good, I mean.
Crazy good. We're going to be here till midnight.
With me here, you will.
Well, as Reverend Cheryl mentioned, we are having her Power of Decision class is coming up a week from Tuesday on the 30th from 6 to 9, well, 6 to whatever, I guess. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's 8:30. And so sign up in the happenings table. The book will be on sale or will be able to be bought, I think, next week, probably.
There's some in the bookstore
Oh,
now.
there's some already. Okay, great. Okay, so sign up for the class. And of course, we've mentioned before, but it's time to renew our memberships. We need to do that every year. So if you haven't done that, there's a little place there again on the happenings table for you to sign up. On the 4th of December, on Saturday, the 4th, from 11 to 4, we're going to be having a gift sale here with all kinds of vendors in the Grand Hall, way more than what you see in the bookstore. So this is where you want to do your Christmas shopping.
I love that.
Yes. So if you're interested in being a vendor and you have some things you might want to share, please let us know, because we can always use more vendors and you can use more sales. So the Healing Words Book Club is taking a hiatus for the holidays and will reconvene on January 26th, Wednesday, the last Wednesday. And if you'd like to read the book in advance, it's called Our Time Is Now by Stacey Abrams. And of course, for any prayer support, please send your prayer request to prayer@lasvegascsl.org or text 702-524-7096. And of course, if you're having any trouble finding parking, we've got parking in the north side here. Don't forget about that. And as I mentioned, well, the bookstore is open today, certainly, and all the books against the window are 60% off, and there's some really great books there, so take a look at that. And remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, thanks to our fabulous Julius. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, did I say Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving service, Wednesday evening. This coming Wednesday at 6:30, from 6:30 to 7:30. Please join us for the celebration. It's such a beautiful service. I sure hope everybody can come and join. If not, for sure be in Zoom or whatever, Facebook. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you Wednesday.
Thank you, Kitty. I can't wait for that sail.
I don't know. All right, I'd like to ask our ministry of prayer team to please come forward. Any visiting ministers or practitioners are certainly invited to come forward. Awesome. Yay. It's a grand day. Oh, Carmen is here. I have something for you. Do not leave. All right. I'm going to ask Reverend Stacy to please give us
We
a...
already prayed out.
We did?
The chamber prayer.
You want to do another prayer?
You're so
Okay.
good. We need it.
Okay. I'll do it.
She's so messing with me.
So if you would just please close or lower your eyes and just take in all the good that has transpired on this very beautiful Sunday morning. Breathe it all in, all the love. Keep breathing, there's more. And so I'm just grateful for this very day, to be together with like-minded souls and spirits to practice being the love that each of us is. I'm knowing that each and every person celebrates their Thanksgiving holiday and they practice gratitude. They appreciate their many, many gifts that each of us have. The food, the family, the friendships, the love, the light, the joy, the peace, all of it. We celebrate and we bask in that on that Thanksgiving day if we so choose. And so I am just simply grateful. Grateful for community, grateful for a place and a space that practices that which I know in my heart is the truth of who I am. I know that as I leave today and I go stand in line at the grocery store and I go to Starbucks or whatever I'm doing, I remember this very moment knowing that I am at choice to choose to practice the peace and love and the light that I am. And so for that and so much more, I simply say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And together let's say, and so it is.
All right, repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
I know this in my mind.
I know this in my mind.
I feel it in my body.
I feel it in my body.
And I'm grateful.
And I'm grateful.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Woo! Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah, Patty Powerhouse is going to be here. It's a Taizé service, so it'll be short and sweet and beautiful.
I got this feeling inside my bones. Goes electric wavy when I'm coming off my city. I lose control. Flying high, I'm feeling when I'm so got that sunshine in my pocket, got that soul in my feet, that high in my body when it drops. I can't take my eyes off of it. There's so phenomenally. I got the way to rock, so don't stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. Move, already know. So just imagine, just imagine. I can see what you creeping up on you, dance. All those things are shut to you, dance. Ain't nobody leaving since we dancing. Woo! Dance. Come on, dance. Oh, something magic. Silly air in my blood, it's rushing. All through my city, I lose control. We're flying high, no ceiling when we're in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, that hot blood in my body when it drops. I can't take my eyes off of it. It's so phenomenally. My heart goes rocking, so it's got under the lights when everything goes. this feeling in my body. I can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body. Come on. I love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope to see you Wednesday night right here.
We have come into a time where change is inevitable. And as the world we live in changes around us, there is a place that nurtures you with compassion, love, and brings out your inner strength. At the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, we work to create a world that works for everyone. By sharing both personal and spiritual tools, we can help you navigate through and create a life you love. If mindfulness, prosperity, abundance, and peace are on your list of what you're looking for, come join us and be part of something wonderful. Wherever you are in your spiritual path, you are always welcome here. Join us in person or as live stream on Facebook each Sunday. For more information, visit us at www.lasvegascsl.org.